G'day everyone, Connor here from CW's Tech Reviews, back with another video. And today we're having a look at the similarities or the differences between ColorOS from Oppo and iOS 11.3 from Apple. Now the reason I'm doing this is because Oppo has tried really hard to copy Apple. So without further ado, let's get stuck into this comparison. Now the first thing I'm going to talk about is the notifications. Now the notifications on Apple suck, and they suck badly. You'll notice they all come up like this, and if I go like that, I get an option to clear it or view it. I just want to swipe it away to clear it. I don't want to have to press twice, just clear it. And if I want to view it, I should just be able to tap on it. That's my opinion, and that's all it is my opinion. And it's the same on ColorOS. We swipe to the right and we get an option to delete or go to the settings. Now I don't want to go to the settings. I either want to view it or delete it. So there's one thing that I don't like. The application or notification asking you if you want to clear it. Yes, I want to clear it. That's why I swiped it away. Please don't prompt me to delete it. Next in my list of similarities, we're going to look at the menu. So I go to my settings menu. They almost look like twins. You've got up the top, if you take away the Apple iCloud notification there, you've got airplane mode with the same color symbol next to it, Wi-Fi, mobile and dual SIM are very different, but you know, you can see here that we've got very similar menus. Right down to the color of the applications themselves, so your Messenger and phone. I mean, the only difference is they're really just a little bit brighter on ColorOS. So you can see here that ColorOS is the full little brother of Apple OS, yet it's on Android. Now I think Oppo might have done this to try and win over some Apple fans, big in China, so maybe trying to get some of those Apple fans back in China. I don't think... I think the Western world sort of sees it as it's trying to be fake, so they stay away from it. That's just my opinion, but there's another very similar aspect of the device. Next I want to look at is the home screen, and again, it can't be any more similar. They look like twins. So up the top you've got your battery percentage, your Bluetooth notification, your time in the middle, then you've got your Wi-Fi and your 4G or LTE bars as well. So it looks identical at the very top. Then down the bottom you've got your app panel, and it looks very similar. Now if I grab an application on Oppo and try and drag it down to the bottom, it goes straight back to where it was, and the same thing happens with your Apple device. So you can't customize your home screen at all. It's what you've got is what you've got, and you get no say in how it rolls around. The next thing we're going to have a look at is the camera. Now brace yourselves, because again, they're identical. Let's have a look. Now some might think I've downloaded an Apple app and put it on the Oppo phone, but no, this is, you've got video, time-lapse. You don't have slow-mo on the Oppo phone, but you do have time-lapse, and they just look identical. I really think, now if I did that with a bit of clothing, I'd probably get sued for copying, and I don't know how Oppo gets away with this, but they do. And this is the application. You can just see that every application is copied, and this happens right through. Like I said, not just the application itself, what it looks like, but when you tap on it and go into the application, they're very similar as well. So one thing you do have on the Oppo phone or camera application is expert level, or expert mode I should say, and that's a welcome addition. I think that Apple's really dropped the ball there, having that stock camera app. It's just a little bit too stock. However, it works really well, but again, that customization and being able to tweak settings within applications from Android is there, and it's still there in some levels on ColorOS. So I'm glad the camera app has expert or pro mode. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was your restrictions. Now if I go into the application for messaging, I cannot change the messaging app on ColorOS, or I can, but I have to go through all the permissions every time I want to send a message. And we have that same restriction on Apple as well, and I don't really like it. I'd like to be able to install whatever messaging application that I want. I think Apple does it so they can have everything streamlined and running smoothly, and I understand that, but I like to be able to install whatever application I like that's available. The applications on Google Play or the Play Store are secure, and the applications on the App Store are secure. So I don't know why we can't put the one on there that we want and scrap the rest of them. And it's the same with the dialer. With the dialer, you've got the same restrictions. You can't add your own dialer application, and they do that for optimizations. They do that to keep things running smooth. So there it is. Which one do you prefer? Oppo or Apple? ColorOS or iOS? Look, for simplicity, I like Apple. It does it really well. For customizations, Oppo still has that. ColorOS still has that, although it is limited somewhat. I'm still going to stick with Android. I'm an Android fanboy, and you can't take that away from me, even though I have both devices here. Tell me, which one are you? Hit me up in the comments down below. What do you think is better? Apple, iOS, ColorOS, TouchWiz, whatever. It doesn't matter if you haven't got one of these. Let me know. I'll have a bit of a debate. Thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next one. Check ya.